Assalamu alaikum. Thanks to my course teacher for giving me this platform. My name is Shandida Islam. My ID 02422005101249. Today my presentation topic name process synchronization in operating system. Discussion topic process synchronization, common synchronization problem, producer consumer problem, critical section problem, mutex, Sempors boundary buffer problem, dining philosopher problem. Process synchronization. What is process synchronization? Process synchronization ensures that multiple processes coordinating executing in a way that avoid conflict when accessing shared resource, memory, file, or variables. Why is process synchronization needed? Prevent risk coordination, ensure data consistency across processes, avoid deadlock, prevent starvation. Common synchronization problem, race condition, deadlock, starvation, priority, invention. Producer-consume problem. The producer-consume problem is a classic synchronization problem in operating system and concurrent programming. There are two types of process. Producer, consumer. Producer generated data and add it to a shared buffer. Consumer remove data for the shared buffer for processing. Key challenges: synchronization, buffer overflow, buffer underflow. Critical section problem. The critical section problem occurs in concurrent programming when multiple processes or thread across shared resource, loading to race condition and data inconsistency. Synchronization tool operating system level. Mutex. A binary loop allowing only one process at a time. Sempors. User integer current to manage multiple resources. Mutex and Sempors explanation. Mutex and Sempors are synchronization mechanism used to concurrent programming to manage access to shared resource and prevent risk condition. What is a mutex? A mutex is a locking mechanism that allows only one process or thread to access a shared resource at a time. Characteristic of mutex: binary loop, only two state locked or unlocked. Only one process can on the mutex at a time. Must be explicitly replaced by the process that locked it. What is Sempos? A Sempos is a single line mechanism that control across to shared resource using current type of Sempos, binary Sempos or counting Sempos. Characteristics of Sempos can allow multiple processes to access a resource. User weight and single operating to manage access can be used to process synchronization, not mass multiple execution. Key difference between mutex and Sempos. Feature mutex Sempos. Feature is a type, looking mechanism, a singling mechanism. Access. Only one process can access, can allow multiple processes. Ownership process that loop must unlock, no strict ownership. Uses mutex execution process synchronization. Value হচ্ছে binary 0 or 1 or can be less than 1 counting Sempos. Dining philosopher problem. What is the dining philosopher problem? The dining philosopher problem is a classical synchronization problem that the challenges of avoided deadlock and resource starvation in concurrent programming. Problem to solve deadlock: if all philosophers pick up their left at the same time, they will all wait forever for their right. Starvation: some philosophers might never get a challenge to it if other keep use the stick. Bounded buffer problem. What is the bounded buffer problem? The bounded buffer problem is a classical synchronization problem where multiple producer and consumer share a fixed size buffer. Producer generate data and place it in the buffer. Consumer takes data from the buffer and process it. The buffer has a fixed size, so producer must wait if it full and consumer must wait it empty. Challenges in the bounded buffer problem. Synchronization, avoiding buffer overflow, avoiding buffer underflow. Solution under Symforce and Mutex. We use three synchronization mechanism to solve that problem. Mutex lock, empty Symforce, full Symforce. Conclusion. Process synchronization is in managing concurrent processes and share resource to avoid issue like deadlock, race condition, and starvation. The producer-consumer problem, that bounded buffer problem, requires synchronization to prevent buffer overflow or underflow. The critical section problem ensure multiple execution to prevent multiple process for accessing shared resource. Mutex provide executive access while Symforce manage resource access control. The dining philosopher problem challenges in managing shared resource and avoiding deadlock and starvation. Overall, synchronization mechanism like Mutex and Symforce are virtual for building efficient concurrent system. Thank you.